celebrating the 75 years of India's independence, what is called the Azadi Ki Amrit Mahotsav. And today, we as stakeholders in higher education, all of you know who have come here this morning, I thank you so much for coming this morning. And we here, JNU or Jawaharlal Nehru University, of which all of us are stakeholders and part of it, we have to uphold the values for this on which this nation was built. And this is extremely important because please remember all of you that this is an institution that gives you a great liberating space where we pursue excellence with equity, diversity with dissent and difference, and inclusion with integrity. I think that this is extremely important. I hope most of you must have heard the Honorable Prime Minister's speech this morning on the ramparts of the Red Fort. He called upon many of us to do our bit for the nation. Today is also the time to remember those unsung heroes and freedom fighters who gave their all and sacrificed everything, and still we forgot them. Let us remember them today. One such freedom fighter who comes from the state I come from, Andhra Pradesh, is Pingala Vengayya, the freedom fighter who designed the Indian national flag. Do any one of you have even read about him till today? I think that is why we are flying the national flag in honor of this great patriot. Please remember that in April 1921, he designed this flag and presented it to Mahatma Gandhi. And he was born near Machilipatnam, and from here he went for his higher studies to Madras and then the Cambridge University. He was a school teacher, and what did we give him as a nation? Nothing but debt and poverty, and he died unknown. It is very sad that all of us in our own different states must remember these great freedom fighters, men and women whose names are not even known, who gave their lives for this country. So, if we see clearly, another question I want to ask most of you, because you are going to be the future educators of India. Can Gurudev Tagore's conception of education and K.C. Bhattacharya's critique of the mind, which has become degenerated due to the slavery of our minds? We are colonized mind state. So should we reconstruct this, aiding with our national character, nationalism, and the propagation of the idea of India, that is Bharat? I would only like to hear what to say, remind you of another two great patriots which most of you don't know. The great Subramanya Bharati, the poet who fought for women's emancipation. The famous poem Kummi, have you even heard it? Of women's freedom way back in 1921. We are celebrating his death anniversary, or the centenary of his death anniversary, or his 140th birth anniversary. Or also T. Prakasam, the man who opened his chest to the bullets of the British and became the first Chief Minister of United Madras Presidency. I would only end today with the words of Gurudev Tagore. To all my students, teachers, non-teaching staff here, JNU should become what Gurudev Tagore dreamt of, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way, into that dreary desert stand of dead habit, where the mind is forever led by thee, into that ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. I would say, my father and mother, the motherland, Matrubhumi, let my country awake and let my university also awake. I once again say that this is no